we'll see Brock Purdy. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the 49ers and the Dolphins. And it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
Well, much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff. No such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Dolphins head out, led by the NFL's leading passer in 2023. Now in his 5th season, Tua Tagovailoa.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. In motion, the tight end. Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. You look at this Niner defense. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And they needed to be because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. He'll take it at the 42. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. This defense for the Dolphins, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Purdy now to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down. Debo going in motion left. 4th down try. Here's Purdy. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
You still hold your breath a little as a defense when Tua gets out of the pocket. You're worried about him scrambling and getting a first down. But there, he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
In motion goes the tight end. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. They'll run for it with Achane. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. To the sideline and incomplete. You look at this Niner defense. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
The best defenses I know, they draw lines in the sand and say you're not going to cross that. For most of them, it's 100 yards of total offense. They didn't quite accomplish that, but still a pretty darn good game last week. Just over 100 yards of total offense given up.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Tua sets up to pass it. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Samuel in motion. Back to throw, Purdy. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Debo going in motion left. Now Purdy. It returns it right back to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Purdy looking to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Jake Moody now for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Well, the Dolphins offense and Tyreek Hill set to take over once more. And he's right up there amongst the league's best when it comes to racking up receiving yards this season. Currently ranked in the top 5 as things stand here. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Get set. Cut.
From the gun, it's Tua. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Dancing to his left. To a hit, and the ball is out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
After review of the play.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 21. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now. 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. 2nd down and a yard. A first carry for Elijah Mitchell. And Mitchell going to have a 49ers first down up to the 47-yard line. The Niners at 12-2 now on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Out of the gun, Purdy. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Samuel in motion. Purdy will set up to throw it here. back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And the slot man goes in motion left. Purdy from the gun. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Deebo going in motion left. Here's Purdy. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point try now for Moody. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it. Down by 2 scores. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Tua going to throw. That's into the hands of Fortson. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. A run straight ahead with Achane. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we go. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Niners offense and Christian McCaffrey ready to go once more. He's got a rushing touchdown of the game already as you check to see where he is ranked in rushing TDs coming into the weekend. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And McCaffrey going to pick up a Niners first down as he'll be brought down at the 42-yard line. Now a give right side McCaffrey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Holding offense.
Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Purdy. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. Samuel in motion. Throwing here, Purdy. And that will be incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up first and 10 at the 20. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10.
They're right here.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
Now Tua. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Go ahead.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Debo going in motion left. Purdy now to throw. This one caught by Kittle. Look at the big man rumble. Inside the 10, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now Moody for the PAT. And it's 21-3. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That's to Waddle on the quick slant. And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down as the tackle made at the 42. Beckham in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th.
It's safe. Go ahead.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Dolphins first down.
Tua sets up to pass it. That's to the new Dolphin. It's Odell Beckham Jr. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Looking to pass. Tua. Throw right side. Going to be caught here by Waddle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now a timeout here, an injured player, and that's Jalen Waddle, who seems to be in some discomfort. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
20 TX.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And the Dolphins are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll empty out the backfield. They'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
Ready.
No one left in the backfield as they send a man left. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Odell Beckham, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 right at the 30. Samuel in motion. Back to throw, Purdy. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. McCaffrey running up the middle. Down to about the 37. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And McCaffrey going to pick up a Niners 1st down as he's down to the 11. Now a 1st carry for their fullback. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
This to the sideline and over everybody. Incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Result of the play is a turnover on down.
Purdy down to a knee, and that should be the final act of the ball game.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So the victory here for San Francisco. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Niners, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.